In today's video, we are going to start the Connor McDavid era for our expansion franchise. Missed it in the last video. We signed Connor McDavid to a $14 million 7-year deal. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and go watch the last video because this series has been an absolute blast. We traded for TJ Ginla. We drafted Caleb Desnoyers, and then, the rest of our expansion teams here. Some pre-scouting here. There's a lot of players that we could use heading into this year's free agency. I don't know if all of them are going to make it there, but imagine we can team up Cale Makar and Connor McDavid. Now that the team's being built around McDavid, nobody is safe, but here's the lines that we are going to start out with, and it might be a very weak team on paper, but you know what? We have Connor McDavid, and when you have Connor McDavid surrounded by this supporting cast, basically anything can happen. The best goalie Connor McDavid's ever played with. You know what? That defense core is probably the best all-around defense core he's ever had. Actually, that's probably cap. But then, this forward core is a little bit weak. We don't have that Draisaitl, but we do have a lot of great players, so hopefully we can make it work. But yeah, for this year, we're sticking with our two alternates in William Karlsson and Brandon Carlo from last year. And obviously, Connor McDavid is going to be the captain. So I think that's everything we need to cover. We've done all the scouting. We have a new head coach in Rick Tocchet, which is kind of crazy. I think that's everything we need to cover. Let's get into game number 1 of Connor McDavid here in Quebec City, and he is going to be taking on the Anaheim Ducks. Look at him in that jersey, absolute stud. It's season 2 opener here in Quebec City, and we are taking on the Anaheim Ducks, and Connor McDavid is right here. Connor McDavid, Dawson Mercer, Charles Owens. That is a nasty first line. And let's see what we can do here. We are underway against the Anaheim Ducks, and we already have a power play. And Eric Brandstrom, the smooth skating defenseman Brandstrom, going to walk it in. Podkolzin going to play it back for Mercer. Dawson Mercer shooting. Oh my god, of course it's Dawson Mercer, our leading scorer from last year, who scores the opening goal. Our next game is Utah. We have Connor McDavid. Might as well play every single game we can. They also traded us TJ Ginla last year, which is pretty sick. We have a couple players on their team from our team last year. But anyways, if I jump into a game, just know that I just jump into games and get some highlights, get some clips for the video. So yeah, don't question it. Basically, I'm just saying that if you guys didn't watch the last video, but these alternate jerseys, let me know what you guys think of them. I think they're really sick. Also, there's our team ratings. Get back in. Dawson Mercer winds in, trying to feed McDavid across, and he can't do that. Oh man, hopefully Charles Owens can become a superstar, because we need one of those to play with McDavid, and Clayton Keller is going to open the scoring here in Quebec. Hopefully we are 7-1-1. The boys are buzzing right now. I do not want to change anything. The boys are absolutely flying. But if you guys remember, the Winnipeg Jets picked up somebody in the offseason. Alexander Ovechkin is now a Winnipeg Jet. Nice move. Pinto gonna feed it back for Carlo. Brandon Carlo. Oh my goodness. Brandon Carlo, out of all people, nips on Hellebuck, baby. Let's go. Up is on the Seattle Kraken, and this team is nasty. They have Matty Beniers there. They have Kako right. This team is low-key kind of nasty. I can't even lie. They have Tom Willander. Watch this absolute wind-up. Are you joking me? But Jake Neighbors going to make a nice move through center. Jake Neighbors going to stop on a dime. Jake Neighbors, what a move. Oh, yeah. Take that, Kaprizov. Jake Neighbors, baby. Let's go. Option's going to be when Connor McDavid goes back to Edmonton today. But here's how the team is looking without Connor McDavid. Matthew Savoy is now up there. Darnell Nurse is a top pair defenseman. They still have Skinner and Brossois, the two gingers. Kosa's NHL debut. Okay. Here's Owens. Owens going to wind it through center. Here's Connor McDavid in on Darnell Nurse. Connor McDavid. There we go, baby. Connor McDavid against his former team, and it is 1-0. Injuries this year, but the most unfortunate is definitely Dawson Mercer going out with an injury. Honestly, it's not too long, so we're going to put Parson in there, but Dawson Mercer is having a great year, and hopefully it's not too long of an injury. Alex Newhook going to play it across. Josh Anderson, how did he escape that hit? Josh Anderson in for Armia. Joel Armia. How the fuck does that go in? We have 10 fucking chances and the fucking Montreal Canadiens get lucky. What is going on? Suzuki back up top. Jacob Bryson. What is this unit? Cole Caulfield walks in. Suzuki save. Rebound. Are you fucking joking me? All those chances for fucking cum on my face. Fucking gay. Fuck you, Brendan Gallagher. Sit the fuck down. Here we go. Yep. Burakovsky across. Carlson. Yeah, fuck you, Montreal. We're back in this shit. Fuck you. Big save. Here's McDavid. Go. Go, Connor. Go, McDavid. Save your energy. Connor McDavid gonna walk right in. Connor McDavid shoots. Yeah! Against the Blue Balls pair. Jack Johnson, Mark Giordano. Both their testes don't work and we score. Let's go. Down 2-0. Here's Thomas Harley working in on Lane Hudson. Thomas Harley gonna walk right in. Thomas Harley shooting. Oh my god. That was close. Let's go! Let's go! That's what we deserve, baby! Puck don't lie! Quebec City Nationals come back to defeat the Montreal Canadiens. That might have been the most frustrating game I've ever played. But we got the job done. Let's go. And we are in a wild card spot. Of course we are. We have Connor McDavid. But our goal scoring is still a massive issue. Our goals against is actually very good. So we are still a great defensive hockey team. Our power play has really come around this year to be respectable. And our penalty kill is also very decent. So, you know what? We will take that, but we are not scoring that many goals. Good at all. Soderblom's been the best goalie in the entire NHL. I don't know what's happening right now. Brandstrom and Radish there been our top defensive scorers. Thomas Harley, you are on the #1 power play, and you have 2 assists and a -12. So, Carlo and Harley do not work, I guess. It is a +3. Looks like our top guys are pluses. Dawson Mercer and Owens are minus players. So maybe we do have to switch up that first line a little bit. And I don't really know what to do. I don't know if I want to make a trade yet. I think I like our team. To change the team, we're going Carlson on that top line. We're dropping Owens to the second. And we're moving Podkolzin up to the third. So a little minor switches. And then Eric Brandstrom's going to go on our top pair with Thomas Harley. That's going to be a very offensive defense pair. But you know what? I think they can do it. Match of the year against the rigged team, the New York Rangers. And Connor McDavid gets a defending boost. Are you joking, EA Sports? Why would that help us? Backhand big save with the cord. Oh, what a hit by Thomas Harley. In front for Owens. Owens to the backhand. There we go. I think our first goal with our rookie Charles Owens, baby. I didn't even mean to make this a rivalry. I literally said at the start of the series, this is not a rivalry. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this becomes the biggest rivalry we have in the series. But it's Quebec versus Montreal. Lane Hudson almost just dangled through our entire team. But here is Burakovsky. Andre Burakovsky gonna walk right in. Oh my god, what a move. Oh my god. Oh my god. Andre Burakovsky just scored the goal of the century. Get fucking gooey. You actually got to be joking me. Jason Zucker is out for the entire season with a herniated disc. That sucks. We're going to put Parsonen in there for now. Still keep the +2. But that sucks. That creates a big need that we have at the trade deadline. Before the trade deadline, we are 37, 19, and 6. We are 3rd in the division. I feel like we haven't really pulled away though. It looks like our goal scoring is top of the league. Our defense is 2nd. Sorry, not the league, in our division. Our power play is 2nd. And our PK is the thing that's kind of letting us down, to be honest. Then hasn't been great, but he's back up to 900. Soderblom's been incredible this year. On defense, Thomas Harley, 37 points. He might break his career high. I'm going to hope he does. He needs 11 points in 20 games. I feel like he could do it. We do need that #1 true offensive defenseman, though. I don't know really where we're going to get it from, but we need to find it sooner rather than later. And here is our stats. We obviously need a second liner now. Jason Zucker was +26, which is insane. I don't know how we're ever going to replace that, but we'll see. Alright, with Connor McDavid, we are always going to be a buyer. We're not going to be a full buyer, though. We have 7 years. We're going to be conservative with it. We're only going to go for the players that we truly want. And there is a lot of good players at this trade deadline. Might seem like a crazy trade, but the LA Kings are sellers. And I think Kevin Fiala fits perfectly on the first line. Now, I don't know if that's accurate because our scouts are pretty ass, but this guy has 88 speed. He has 89 offensive awareness. He is a playmaker, which, isn't the greatest for our team, but we have Dawson Mercer, who is a sniper. We have Connor McDavid, who is a playmaker. We need another guy on that line. He has 3 years left at $8 million, which is a lot. But, he's a guy who really is a first-line bona fide player. He's a guy who, I guess he's not a first-liner. But we know what Kevin Fiala can do. He's a bit of an older guy, so it's not like he's going to take away from our future. He's not a long-term plan. He's a short-term fix. And honestly, Rasmussen's playing on our fourth line. Brandstrom is playing first pair. We have a lot of guys in the AHL. And then, our second round pick. So I think this is a good trade to offer. I'm not willing to go any more than this. But let's see. Can we bring Kevin Fiala here to Quebec? And they are rejecting. Okay. I hate wasting talent, and Michael Rasmussen playing on our fourth line. He's an 84 overall with top 6 potential. He's a 6'6 beast. I don't think there's any point of hanging on to him. Trevor Moore is an absolute stud, and I feel like, he's a playmaking two-way forward kind of guy. He's playing on a really, really bad LA team, but his advanced stats look pretty good, so we're going to see if we can swap them straight up 1-for-1, maybe throw a bit. Heinola is just not really going to get a shot on our team. This is basically the exact same money Trevor Moore makes, so we're giving up an AHL defenseman plus a fourth liner for a potential second or third liner, a middle sixer, and getting a fourth round pick. I really like this trade for us, and we have a deal. We bring in Trevor Moore. We're taking a risk here, but we have to take a risk with this team. Jonas Brodin is considered injured, but this dude apparently fits on the second pair. He's going to fit somewhere. And he has 91 defensive awareness, 88 speed, absolute stud. I feel like he just vibes with this team perfectly. Brandstrom, I don't know if we're going to be able to re-sign him. So we're going to throw like a light package out there, see what they say. I don't know if I'm willing to go over this. So McDavid, I'm sorry we couldn't get much help for you. But you know what? It's all going to be worth it in the end. We're going to win a Stanley Cup one day. Alright, so I just yapped for a minute, so I'm going to shorten it here. Jake Neighbors didn't really want an extension, but we're going to toss him an extension, see what happens. 6.5 mil over 4 years. Last year as a full no movement clause. And we could have lowered it down by a lot, but I didn't want to cheese the game by adding the no movement clause, like a stick on the ice type of thing. So I'm going to just leave it at 6.5. The lines, Trevor Moore is just going to slot in here on the second line. It's literally going to be the exact same team, and now Parsonen is going to become our fourth line center. So now we have an actual center there who has 67 faceoffs. That is diabolical. Grudge match here up against the Toronto Maple Leafs. We have beat them both times, and finally we have Connor McDavid with a scoring boost, but Mitch Marner has a boost, so that's not good for us. That one. McDavid gonna make a nice move. Connor McDavid stops up. Connor McDavid walks right in. Connor McDavid, oh my goodness. Connor McDavid with the goal of the century. Oh my god. Allowed 10 goals to the Islanders here. But we won 10-1. And not only that, if you can see on the side there, we have clinched a playoff spot so we can comfortably sim to the end of the year. And we are going to have our first ever playoff appearance in this episode. Bang, fellas, 109 points. Let's check out the entire league. We are third place in the entire league, tied for second with the New York Rangers. We are third in goals for. That's what Connor McDavid does for a team. We are fourth in goals against. We still have that defensive identity. Our power play isn't at the top of the league like we want it, and our penalty kill as well, so special teams might hurt us. Philip Gustafson has risen all the way up to 904. We will definitely take that. He played great down the stretch. Thomas Harley, 53 points. That's a career high. Eric Brandstrom there. Sandin, Radish, Vlasic are all plus 28. That's crazy. I am blind. Sandin's not a plus 28. But in terms of forwards, Connor McDavid, only 94 points. But he only had 78 last year, so we will definitely take 94. William Karlsson, 66. We need to get a guy who can play alongside Connor McDavid. Maybe it's Jake Neighbors. He has 35 goals. That is sick. Owens, 59 points. That is way better than last year. We love to see it. He's up for an extension. Dawson Mercer, 58 points. He was injured for a while. So honestly, Dawson Mercer could be that guy. Guys, to shout out here. First of all, let's take a look at how Trevor Moore played. He had 13 points in 19 games. You love to see that. Shout out Jason Zucker. He was playing incredible. He got injured for the year, though, unfortunately. Vasily Podkolzin out of nowhere. 2 points last year, 42 points this year. Andre Burakovsky as well, 52 points, the most since that Stanley Cup winning year. Here's the Tampa Bay Lightning going again. I mean, Vasilevsky's going to win the Vezina. I don't think it's even going to be close. 48 wins is outrageous. Ryan Leonard, 67 points. I don't think we had any rookies on the team. But Ryan Leonard, 67 points. He's going to win the Calder, most likely. Defenseman, Cale Makar had 90 points. And he is a free agent in the offseason. So, that is, something to keep in mind. And then out of all players, Artemi Panarin put up 118 points. Kucherov, 116. We need more scoring in the league, though. Have the Washington Capitals in round number 1. That is absolutely rough. But you know what? It's big. It's the Capitals against the Nationals. That is a crazy matchup here. But let's take a look. Connor McMichael is their leading scorer with 80 points. Jeff Skinner had 74 out of nowhere. What? That is crazy. Dylan Strome at 70. Kempe, Ryan Leonard. Where is Ovechkin? Did Alex Ovechkin retire? Oh no, he's on the Winnipeg Jets right now. So we don't have to face Alex Ovechkin, which is nice. On defense, John Carlson and Jacob Chikrin. That is a great number 1 D pair. But, I mean, honestly, I really like our chances in this team. Who is their first line? We got to take a look at that. Their first line is Strome, Kempe, and Skinner. That's pretty good. It was game number 1 against the Washington Capitals. Let's see. The Quebec City barn is going crazy right now for the first ever playoff game in franchise history. Let's see if we can start the first ever playoff game right here. We've already made it in season number 2. Let's see what we can do. First period, it is 0-0. We will definitely take a 0-0. Second period, it is 3-2. Big goals. Vasily Podkolzin, the franchise's first ever playoff goal. William Karlsson scores as well. But Kempe, Protas, and Dubois score. Third period, can we win it? We are headed into overtime. Thomas Harley and Kaliev. But Tom Wilson scores with 17 seconds. There has been a lot of action in overtime. We have our first line out against their fourth. Miroshnichenko at center. This is a draw win for McDavid. Connor McDavid, I knew it. Here's William Karlsson back for Harley, shooting. That one's off. Mercer, McDavid, just shoot that. Oh man, 1 second left and we are going into double overtime. Harley up for Karlsson, in for McDavid. Connor McDavid gonna walk right in. Connor McDavid! Oh my goodness! The captain! The superstar! Connor McDavid wins it in overtime here in game 1. What a game number 1. Let's see if game number 2 can live up to that. An overtime winner by the captain, Connor McDavid. Let's see what we can do. In game number 2, we have all the momentum. And I told you we have all the momentum. Brandon Carlo, Jake Neighbors, 35 goals. And Connor McDavid again, baby. There we go. And it is 6-1. Heinen scores for them, but McDavid, Carlo again. Rasmus Sandin against his former team. And we are up 2-0. South of the border, down to Washington. Let's see what happens here in the nation's capital, or in Virginia, where I think they're playing right now. But anyways, that's aside. We have all the momentum. Don't give it up, fellas. Let's keep it going. I told you we have the momentum. Lawson Krause, Brandon Carlo, Podkolzin. I'm so confident this game is over. I knew it. Kaliev, Harley, Dawson Mercer twice, and we are up 3-0. Disrespectful. I just simulated the rest of the round and we just won in 5 games. Adios, Washington. That was a good series. We had some good battles. But that Connor McDavid overtime winner was huge. Thomas Harley, 8 points leading our team. You love to see it. 5 guys with a point per game, including our young star, Charles Owens. Oh my god, what a series. All the boys contributed. Mark-Edward Vlasic was the only guy without a point, and he was +3. That is perfect. And Philip Gustafson, this is what we like to see. Oh my god, we have the New York Rangers here in round number 2. Holy, this is about to be a bloodbath. New York Rangers against Connor McDavid, the biggest matchup in the NHL. Let's check out who these New York Rangers have, baby. Oh my god, they have the leading scorer in the league, Artemi Panarin, JT Miller, Lafreniere is their first line. They have Trocheck, Zibanejad, and Kreider on their second. Gabe Pro, Will Cooley. This is a Stanley Cup contender right here. This is what it looks like. Adam Fox. We are still so far away from this team, but you know what? They have Shesterkin too. I'm being honest, I'm not confident at all, but we just beat the #1 team in the Eastern Conference in real life. We had 51 wins, they have 53. Our first time in MSG in the playoffs. This is about to be a rivalry for years to come. Let's see if we can make it out of America, make it out of the trenches, boys. One more series win. Let's see what happens. And it is 1-0. Who else? Connor McDavid, the best player in the world. It is not even a doubt. Second period, and Connor McDavid scores again, but the New York Rangers are showing that they are just the better team. Really need this win, fellas. Holy, we really need this win. Come on, boys. I know we can do it. We know we can do it. You know, if we lose, it's not over because they have the home ice advantage. But you know, it's gonna be good to take one of these early games for the morale. And Arthur Kaliev scores. We need some depth scoring. It can't just be Connor. And it is 1-0 still heading into the third period, and we take it 3-0. Darren Radish, Mr. Clean, scores from the blue line, and Arthur Kaliev scores as well. Okay, boys, we are back in Quebec. We just won 3-0. I believe we're gonna beat these guys. I know it. I'm confident in the boys. We are back in Quebec. The arena is buzzing. Let us know a name for our fans, boys, because this arena is sick. Let's see what happens here. Game number 3, a massive game. Vincent Trocheck scores, but Jake Neighbors, Mr. 35 goals, scores. There we go. I knew we had it. William Karlsson, Vasily Podkolzin, Owens, his first ever playoff goal, and Mr. 41 games himself. And Arthur Kaliev again, baby. We are cooking. General managers would have panicked, but let's see what we can do here. Oh my god, if we go up 3-1, I'm liking our chances to go back to Madison Square Garden and take one of the next 3. But to do that, we have to win this game, so let's see what happens. Period number 1, game 4 here, and the New York Rangers are not going to go away easy. Adam Fox and Alexei Lafreniere score to make it 2-0. We come back a bit. Connor McDavid and Arthur Kaliev are 2 best players in this series, but K'Andre Miller makes it 3-2 for the Rangers. Let's see what we can do. Can we come back? Vasily Podkolzin, baby. And we are headed off to another overtime. I just got into the game. And no, somebody stand up for this. We are not letting this happen. Are you guys joking me? Are you joking? Quebec, this is what we play for. JT Miller runs our captain into the bench, and nobody stands up for him. I know JT Miller's a tough guy to fight, but come on, boys. We have a power play here in overtime. You know what that means. We are going to call a timeout and get this #1 unit and Connor McDavid at full strength. Let's see how we can do on this power play here in overtime. He's getting it poked. Owens going to try and feed it across for Harley. Owens, what are we doing? Here's Adam Fox. Adam Fox in shorthanded. Adam Fox, are you fucking joking me? Adam Fox scores shorthanded, and there's the series. That is rough. That is rough as hell. We had a power play. Owens turns it over, our young star, and now Adam Fox scores shorthanded, and it is 2-2. The Rangers are right back in it, and we are back in MSG trying to win on the road. We got to win 2 of these next 3. We've done it before. Let's see if we can do it one more time, fellas. Come on. A trip to the conference finals on the line. Game 5 in MSG, and Mika Zibanejad scores for the Rangers. Second period, it is 3-3. William Karlsson, Lawson Krause, and of course the captain, Connor McDavid. But Panarin and Miller score for them. Period number 3. This is about to be the biggest period of hockey in franchise history. No joke. Let's see what happens. We are headed into another overtime. Brendan Othman through the zone. Othman gonna feed it across for Verana. Jakob Verana. 6 seconds left. Phillips trying to play it out. McDavid with a nice defensive play. And that will be the end of the first overtime here in Game 5. Have a power play. Let's get it. Our top guy is back out there. Pull goalie off. What is going on? I don't know what coach is trying, but we are going to go for this top power play unit. They didn't do it last game, but I think they will this game. Fuck is our goalie pulled? What is going on? Why is our goalie pulled? EA Sports, I swear to God, if I lose, I'm playing the next 2 games on rookie mode. I'm not even joking. But I think he's back in net. I don't know what happened. You guys clearly saw I clicked put goalie back in net. I don't know what just happened. Dawson Mercer, Harley, Neighbors, Harley shooting, that one's off. Here's Owen. Owens for Mercer. Dawson Mercer for Neighbors, for Harley shooting. There we go! Thomas Harley wins it in overtime and we have a 3-2 lead. Game 6. Can the boys pull it out? I believe in the boys to win one of the next 2 games. And then we are in the Eastern Conference Finals. Don't get ahead of ourselves. Stay in the moment. And we got this locked down. We got the fans behind us. We got the momentum. Come on, Quebec. Everybody rise to your feet. First period, game number 6. And sit down because it's 2-0. Vincent Trocheck and Jakob Verana. That is unfortunate. Let's head straight to game number 7. It's the wall. Game number 7 in Madison Square Garden. This is where you want to be. This is where you want to play for. This is where legacies die. This is where legacies rise. And Charles Owens, short-handed, the 19-year-old kid, steps into MSG like he's Luka Doncic and scores in the clutch. Oh my God, Charles Owens. And we have made it to the second period up 1. 9-6 are the shots, and Vincent Trocheck scores right away. What are we doing? Oh my God, power play for the boys. They can't do anything. Vincent Trocheck makes it 1-1. Rasmus Sandin, 2-1, baby. The boys are buzzing. Oh my God, Rasmus Sandin out of nowhere from the blue line. That's all it takes in Game 7. A hero, and Rasmus Sandin may be that. Period to go, fellas. Come on, let's see if we can make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Jake Neighbors, Mr. 35 goals himself. And we have made it 3-1. Oh my God, can the boys do it? Power play. Power play. Connor fucking McDavid. Who else? Who else other than Connor McDavid? And the Quebec City Nationals are going off to the conference finals in their 2nd season in the NHL. Connor McDavid, 8 goals. Arthur Kaliev, 7 goals. Oh my goodness, the boys are buzzing. Look at that. 3 players point per game. 5 players with double-digit points. Vasily Podkolzin, 6 goals. That dude is an absolute legend. Oh my God, every single person has a point. We are cooking right now. Game winners, Connor McDavid, 2. Arthur Kaliev, 2. And in net, Philip Gustafson is him. Boys, we have the Carolina Hurricanes in round number 3. Is it going to be the new expansion team? Or is it going to be the team that's been knocking on the door for years, trying to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals? I think Tampa won last year. Here is Carolina's lines. They have a 96 overall Mikko Rantanen, who put up 100 points the past 2 years with Carolina. Oh man, this is going to be rough. They have Seth Jarvis as well. Jacob Slavin on defense. This is a Stanley Cup champion winning team. So I will say, I'm not going to get too cocky, but I think the New York Rangers were a better team. But that is not underestimating these Carolina Hurricanes. It's just a matter of time before they make that finals run. Let's see if it's this year, or will the Quebec City Nationals make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's see. Game number 1 in Quebec City. William Karlsson, Rasmus Sandin, Andre Burakovsky, Lawson Crouse. Everyone is chipping in right now. It is 5-2. Trevor Moore, the trade deadline pickup. And we have won game number 1. I didn't expect to make this deep of a run, bro. I thought this was going to be kind of a short video. I didn't know we were going to make the playoffs. We are all the way here. with a 1-0 lead in the conference finals, but we gotta remember, stay in the moment. Don't get too cocky. Trevor Moore, that is what I'm talking about. But see what I mean? These Carolina Hurricanes aren't gone anywhere. Chatfield and Palmieri, second period. We tied up at 2. Jake Neighbors, Mr. 35 goals himself. Third period. And Connor McDavid. Who else? This is what happens when you have the best player in the league and a bunch of aura around him. Oh my god, boys. We are up 2-0, but it does not mean shit because we have home ice advantage. We have to take one of these games at Carolina. Oh man, if we let Carolina win these two, they have all the momentum in the world coming back for game 5. But we have all the momentum right now. Let's not give it back to the Carolina Hurricanes. And what an even first period. 10-10 are the shots, 0-0 second period. Yeah, I think this series might be in jeopardy. Game number 4, this is going to see if we go up 3-1 or the Carolina Hurricanes are right back at a tie series. Let's see what happens. In Carolina, Mr. Beast in attendance and the GOAT, Connor McDavid again, baby. He scores the big goals. Seth Jarvis, though, his Team Canada teammate, scores the third period. Is a tie, and we are heading into another overtime. I swear to God, if our goalie is pulled, I am going to... Oh, EA Sports. I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to try and not pull the goalie again and see what happens. Okay, so that was my fault for pulling the goalie, or for putting the goalie back in net. Again, Brent Burns with a nice play. Just don't allow a shorty. That is all that has to happen. 7 seconds left. So that's not shooting. Saved by Gustafson. Just play that out. And we will go into the second period with a power play. Burakovsky, a nice play by Andre Burakovsky to get some help on the here. Pinto back up to Radish for Burakovsky. Shoot that. Pinto. There we go. Mr. 41 game. Shane Pinto scores. And we are up 3-1. 1 game away from the Stanley Cup Finals in our second ever year. But the Carolina Hurricanes are not out. I know they are not out. I know this team is a very good hockey team. They could easily win 3 in a row. So we got to play our A game all the way until the very end. It is a packed out crowd here in Quebec. Can a Canadian team go back to the finals and actually have a chance to win it this time? Thomas Harley. There we go, baby. Thomas Harley opens the scoring. Our number 1 defenseman. We trusted in him since day number 1. It is 4-0. Trevor Moore, Jake Neighbors, Lawson, Krause. 4-0. We are 10 minutes away, boys. The feeling is starting to come, but you can't count out these guys yet. Connor McDavid puts the icing on that freaking cake. Trevor Moore, 6-1. Oh my god, that is the lead. 2 minutes to go. We are going to stop it with 12 seconds left. Oh my goodness, boys, we did it. We did it. We are going to head to the Stanley Cup Finals. Oh, I forgot to switch to coach mode. But you know what? We're just going to play this out on true broadcast. This is disgusting. Imagine we can hit a miss. We don't even get the puck. It's okay. 3, 2, 1. And we are off to the Stanley Cup Finals in year number 2. The Quebec City Nationals. We signed Connor McDavid, and he is the definition of a franchise player. Look at this change from a team that was decent, pretty mid. We're lacking that forward talent. We signed one guy, and I mean there were a couple other moves along the way, but Connor McDavid, that dude, just led an entire franchise in their second year to the Stanley Cup Finals. Touch the trophy. I mean, he's kind of touching it low-key. Hey, yo, pause. That is nasty. That's Philip Gustafson with a 9.27. We picked this guy up in the expansion draft, and he turns into one of the best goalies in the NHL. I mean, he already was, but, like, he was nasty in the game yesterday against, I forget what, Sweden, or Canada, what? 20 points in 17 games. Who would have saw this coming? This guy's a playoff riser, a playoff demon. He's learned from the Dallas Stars. He's learned from Miro Heiskanen. He literally has born leader as one of his X factors. That is insane. Darren Radish, 5 points. Brandstrom, Brandon Carlo, the GOAT. Not going to get talked about enough, but this guy's defense is insane. He is why Thomas Harley is putting up 20 points. Oh my god. Connor McDavid, 21 points in 17 games. Jake Neighbors, 15. Charles Owens, the 20-year-old, 15 points. Arthur Kaliev has 7 goals. Oh my god, this team. Trevor Moore, 12 points. Trade deadline pickup Carlson on the first line, 11. Dawson Mercer, 11. Shane Pinto. Podkolzin with 8 goals. Krause with 4. We made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, and on the other side is the Colorado Avalanche or the Vegas Golden Knights. Which one that is, we will have to find out, because in the next episode we will be playing in our first ever Stanley Cup Finals. See you guys then.